And then they'll be like, oh, he tested dirty, y'all. I got eyes on them streets.
News of the week brought to you by... Who's it brought to you by?
Hey, did you see Deontay Wilder take the one-chip challenge, though?
No.
Awesome, people. For whoever didn't see the champ take the one-chip challenge, it's a pretty good one. Look, they've been doing it in the NFL on ESPN. Charles Woodson did it the other day, passed it with flying colors. It was incredible. Because everyone seems to be choking and crying on this thing, dude. Woodson took it like he eats on a daily basis. Deontay did it. And he was losing it, Lee. He was like, whoever didn't see it needs to go back and watch it, though. Deontay Wilder one-chip challenge. That's a pretty good one.
News of the week brought to you by LasVegasDiscount.net. Go to LasVegasDiscount.net for your next trip to Vegas. Save 50%. Stay at the Mandalay Bay. Save over $200. They're basically giving rooms away right now. Nobody wants to stay there. It's scary. It's sad. Take advantage of the discounts. I cannot stress it enough. The holidays in Vegas, it is a magical place. Good time. Good time. Good time. That's LasVegasDiscount.net. And, of course, visit our site. Just type in Fight Net Radio. It'll take you to our Facebook page. Both Andrew and Bobby update the site constantly on boxing, MMA, and other sports-related items, how to bet, what to say, what to do. You name it. You can find it on the Fight Net Radio Facebook fan page. You'll be kept up to date on the news that Andrew cares about. I mean, that's really what it is. I mean, if you're really looking at it objectively. And the same to be said about Bobby, who posts. I do add posts, but you guys won't care about the shit I add. I care about Tom DeBlas and grappling these days. So let's talk news of the week. Let's start off with Tyson Fury. He's going to sign a deal with MTK Global. MTK Global has announced the signing of former heavyweight champion and Gypsy, Tyson Fury, which will see MT Global assume an advisory role as the Gypsy King makes his comeback in the heavyweight division. The undefeated Fury, 25-0 with 18 knockouts, has not fought since he dethroned Vladimir Klitschko in Dusseldorf on the 28th of November 2015 to claim the WBA, WBO, IBF, IBO championship belts.
Sounds like mob ties. You know what MTK stands for?
I can't wait.
Mac the Knife.
Really?
I think so, yes, sir. Click on that little link.
Okay. I'm now intrigued.
Sounds like
okay,
mob
did
ties.
you ever see New Jack City?
Yes, of course.
Okay, weren't they like my brother's, like they had something like MTK Coalition, like that was their name in that movie.
My Brother's Keeper, that's what it kept saying.
Right, but they had some, I almost got to look it up.
Mac the Knife
But it was
Global.
definitely like an MTK type logo. Mac the Knife Global. Jesus. All right, let's click the About button. I'm now intrigued. Who we are. We take pride with our unrivaled expertise in boxing management, relationship training, and event promotion. We believe that that doesn't say who you are. Let's click on Meet the Team. MTK Global. They don't. Okay, who are we? From our founder, Matthew Mac the Knife Macklin. Oh, Matthew Macklin. All right, no.
Oh, that's a former fighter, huh?
Yeah.
He's the front face.
He's the front
Told
face.
you.
All right, but it doesn't talk about the money and who's backing it.
And they're blowing up. They got like
I think Interpol should keep an eye on this. I'll
they
squeeze
got like
off an
100
email.
fighters out of nowhere.
Questions@interpol.com. Excuse me, Interpol. Hearn, 65.
Soon he'll have ties to Donald Trump.
Oh my God. Hearn, a 65%, 35% split is not happening. WBO heavyweight champion Joseph Parker could be defending the championship against WBA heavyweight champion Lucas Big Daddy Brown now that negotiations for the unification bout with Anthony Joshua have fallen apart, have stalled. Well, Joshua promoter Eddie Hearns has stated that paying Parker 35% of the revenue stream that was demanded by David Higgins for a Parker-Joshua bout. There is a deal there to be done with Joseph Parker, which makes him a lot of money. a win gives him a massive 8-digit payday for the next one. If they really think they can knock out Anthony Joshua, they should take the fight. It's not a million miles away, but it's not happening at 65-35.
And Lee, what needs to happen now?
I don't disagree with him.
Well, hold on. I don't disagree unless I won't have an opinion on it unless they release the numbers of what they're offering on a 65-35. And I'm going to tell you why, people. If you're going to be this public about negotiating, why isn't Hearn just telling us the money they're offering? Because if it's a legit price, then we can all move on from the Joseph Parker unification thing and say, yeah, Parker's outpricing himself. But if it is only $2 million and he was giving $4 million and $5 million to Don King opponents, why are they mistreating Joseph Parker's like that? He's a champ. He's undefeated. You want to unify? Anthony Joshua brings in $20 million a fight now. Mm-hmm. This guy has sold 200,000 seats. People, let's not act like he doesn't have the money. They don't have the money in the pot to give this other champion a legit offer for his title. Come on. So I don't have an opinion yet. I know everything Eddie Hearn says is gold right now, but I'm going to hold off on this one because I want to know what 65-35 actually adds up to.
Spence Peterson ticket alert. Undefeated IBF welterweight champion Errol, the true Spence Jr., will make his first defense of his title when he takes on former 2-division champion Lamont Peterson Saturday, January 20th, live on Showtime for Barclays Center in New York. Tickets for the event, which is promoted by DeBella Entertainment and TGB, come on, TGB, MTK, PDQRST, are priced at $50 and go on sale Wednesday, November 22nd, which has already passed. Why would you put that date on here? It just makes me sound stupid like I'm reading a script, which I am.
Yeah, you are. You're reading a ticket alert. Everyone go buy
but the tickets already went on sale.
Who cares?
I don't read ahead. I can't read ahead and see behind. What?
It's November 22nd. Lee, that was still this week. You're reading this week's news.
I get that.
All right. People, go buy these tickets. Spence and Peterson need it. Trust me.
All right, let's see.
What? You think it's a sellout without?
I'm going and checking right now.
Go ahead. I'm going to Lamont Peterson.
All right, go ahead.
I'm going to Lamont Peterson. I want to log in. Don't you start with me.
All right, what do we got? Premier Errol Spence versus Lamont Peterson. See tickets. Saturday, January 20th, 6 p.m. start, which means they're not fighting until midnight again. I need 2 tickets because Andrew and I will be going. Lowest price seats are still $57. Jesus. They're only using the lower section at Barclays. There are no upper deck seats. There are plenty of seats. Plenty of seats. You can have ringside for how much? $600 for ringside. $400 first section right out. How much are these? Those are $300. Those are $3. Okay, where are these $57 seats? The next level up. There are a lot of $57 seats. You want the $57 seats. They're a good deal. They're in a good spot, too. I like them. They're very reasonable. There you go, Andrew.
Very nice.
Plenty of seats. But I'm surprised at how many seats have actually been sold. A shockingly large number of seats are sold already. Shocking.
What does it look like?
Like seats have been sold to this thing. I didn't look. I've been burned so many times by PBC. I don't know if I would actually pay for any PBC fight ever unless I knew their entire fight card, because I personally don't know if Spence and Peterson will actually get it on. This could this could easily be a screw job by PBC where I'm watching a draw, no matter what the outcome is. You and I both know that. PBC does have the power to make this a draw. Let's say it's a lopsided fight. Somehow it's magically a draw.
It should be. It should be a lopsided fight.
Right.
I know everyone's trying to play it up as. Go ahead, and I'll get into that.
Right. So it's a lopsided affair in the making. But I could just see the PBC doing one scorecard that's completely out of whack. So it's it's a majority decision, and now I'm into the second fight of this shit show. I think they're going to milk this for 2 fights, no matter what.
No, there's no way. Lee, listen. Lamont Peterson had one fight in 2017. He's had one fight since 2015. Okay? How he even got this shot at Spence is only because of his PBC connection and the fact that you PBC fans will fucking buy into anything. Like, there's literally Spence fans on the internet that have said Peterson's going to give him trouble. This is one of his hardest opponents. A guy that has fought once since 2015. I'm going to say Spence has fought at least 6 to 7 times in the same time frame without me going and counting them on the computer. All right? This is a fucking mismatch. This is another mismatch. Peterson used to have a name, right? 2015 when he was on big networks fighting. He used to have a name, Danny Garcia, Matisse. These fights were years ago, people. Years ago. This is going to be a mismatch. Spence should have Lamont Peterson out of there within 8 rounds because he's got way too much ring rust to be in there with a talented fighter who's been active against some of the best, too. It's not like Spence isn't fighting the best. Spence, there's a few guys in the PBC that seem to... They're going against the Al Heyman way, and Spence has always been one of these. I remember when Spence first came out, everybody in Vegas talked about how he didn't even like hanging around the other PBC guys. Now, I'm not trying to start rumors. I'm not here to do that.
I'm pretty sure the PBC guys don't listen to this show. I think you're safe.
Lee,
just saying.
This kid has always been on his own path. Another fighter, Keith Thurman. Okay? Always been on his own path. You don't say. Matter of fact, maybe in the last year or so, you see Keith Thurman kind of tweaking it a little bit more to the PBC character. But no, he was a guy that was always on his own. The last fighter would be a Sean Porter. Sean Porter, his dad has kept him on a straight path. He's a good kid. They're not going to play into the BS, and he takes on all comers. I think Sean Porter would take on way more fights if he actually had a legit promotional company behind him that were trying to put money in his pocket through fighting and not through social media and just BS that the PBC guys love to do. Spence will give him this one fight, Lee, with Peterson because he just fought Kell Brook, right? So you'll give him one. But to sit here and say that this fight is going to be competitive when Peterson doesn't even deserve a shot, I can't do that. This is a 7-1 underdog.
Yeah, easily. I'm not even sure what this fight's all about. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous, actually.
All of them are. When you really break it down, a lot of what PBC has been handing out lately and a lot of the HBO fights, we're going to get into it. Keep going. We'll get into it. I'll get back into it.
All right. Bob Arum, HBO's Nelson is an amateur. Showtime's Espinosa is competent. All right. What's earlier this year, top-ranked CEO Bob Arum parted ways with HBO, signed an exclusive multi-year contract with ESPN. In various interviews, Arum has been very critical with the type of programming to hit HBO airwaves in 2017. I don't blame him. Right. And who's to blame? Arum believes that the cause of HBO's issues when it comes to boxing content is the head of HBO Sports, Peter Nelson, who has elevated to that position in 2015 following the departure of Ken Hirschman. Arum spoke to Mike Easywork Copinger of RingTV.com and explained why he's so unsatisfied. Look at this lineup of fights. What is he thinking? He has Sergey Kovalev against a guy nobody's ever heard of, and he has Cotto against a guy, Jesse Vargas, who isn't the biggest puncher in the world, just knocked out Saddam Ali. That's money they can use to put on really good fights, blah, blah, blah. I think it's a really good fight, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that's a good article.
And if you look at Peter Nelson's response, he said, we have all action fights on this network. And what he's referring to, Lee, is on December 9th, both Arum and Nelson will be going to head-to-head, meaning Top Rank versus HBO, ESPN versus HBO. December 9th, you will see the fight that I've been complaining about for a week now, 2 weeks. Orlando Salido and Miguel Roman. 24